Hi, my name is Kendra, and I'd like to thank you for taking some time out of your busy day to join us here at L7 Solutions for another Friday CIO in 60 Seconds briefing. Briefly, L7 Solutions is a managed service provider based in Plantation, Florida. We specialize in cybersecurity solutions, cloud services management, and deployment and managed IT services, including AI consultation. So, if you are in the need for an established and experienced remote or on site MSP, consider contacting us at www.l7solutions.com. We can't wait to speak with you. And with that, let's get into the briefing. This week, Australia announced a nationwide ban restricting social media access for children under the age of 16. At first glance, this may sound like a parenting or cultural issue, something far removed from small business or cybersecurity. But today, I'd like to reframe that entirely. This decision wasn't driven by screen time, productivity, or even politics. It was driven by risk, specifically the risk of digital identity misuse, manipulation, and long-term harm. And when governments move this decisively, it often signals where regulation, liability, and expectations are headed next. Australian lawmakers cited a pattern we're all becoming familiar with: online impersonation, grooming and coercion, algorithm-driven manipulation, mental and reputational harm that follows people for life. But beneath all of this is a key concern: loss of control over digital identity. For children, this means images, videos, messages, and behaviors that can be copied, altered, or weaponized indefinitely. For adults and employees, the risks are nearly identical. Only the consequences shift from emotional harm to business harm. Here's the important connection for small businesses. If governments believe children cannot safely manage digital identity risk, it raises a critical question. How confident are we that adults are doing it well? Because today, an employee's online presence is not separate from your business. A single social media post can trigger reputational damage, be screenshotted and taken out of context, be used in impersonation scams, undermine trust with clients or partners, be harvested by threat actors for targeted attacks. In many modern cyber incidents, the breach begins long before malware is involved. It starts with someone being human online. The actions taken by the Australian government may be a look into our future. Historically, regulation follows a pattern. It begins with protecting the most vulnerable, children, then expands to institutions, employers, and platforms. We're already seeing this globally: increased platform liability, data minimization requirements, stronger identity verification expectations, employer responsibility for digital conduct. This tells us something important: digital behavior will continue to be treated as a risk factor, not just a personal choice. And small businesses that get ahead of this now will be far better positioned than those waiting for mandates. Now, let's talk about something uncomfortable, but necessary. Most small businesses don't want to police their employees' personal lives, and they shouldn't. But there is a growing difference between privacy and exposure. Examples we see regularly through company risk assessments are an employee oversharing about internal operations, personal posts that conflict with client values, profiles that make impersonation incredibly easy, public arguments tied to a company email or role. Threat actors love this. They study social posts to build believable phishing emails, executive impersonation attempts, and AI-generated scams. Governments know this. Attackers know this. The only group often not treating social presence as a security layer is businesses. So, you might be asking yourself, how do we take control without overreach? The goal isn't control, it's clarity and protection. Here are practical, reasonable steps businesses can start taking now. 1. Set expectations, not surveillance. A simple social media usage guideline protects everyone: what should never be shared, when company affiliation applies, who to contact if something feels off. 2. Reduce identity attack. Surface. Encourage MFA everywhere. Separate work and personal emails. Minimal public job title exposure for sensitive roles. 3. Train for reality. Modern security training must cover impersonation scams, AI voice and video fraud, context-based phishing, helpful employee exploitation. 4. Frame it as protection, not policing. Employees respond better when they understand. This protects your reputation, your family, and your livelihood, not just the company. Australia's under 16 social media ban isn't about limiting freedom. It's about acknowledging that digital environments are now powerful, permanent, and easily abused. For small businesses, the lesson is simple. Cybersecurity doesn't start in the server room anymore. It starts with people, behavior, and identity. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's whether your business takes control of the narrative before someone else does. We encourage you to reach out to us here at L7 Solutions and let us help you determine your current risks. Our current customers are constantly assessed, but even if you are not a current customer of ours, it may be worth a 5-minute conversation to learn about what information we can provide and determine if that information would be a valuable tool for your business and your current technical staff. You can get in contact with us by visiting our website at www.l7solutions.com or feel free to give us a call at 954-573-1300. And if you prefer a nice, personable conversation, reach out to our sales manager, Ken Tucker, at ktucker@l7solutions.com. Thank you for joining us for this week's CIO in 60 Seconds briefing, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.